Change is one thing that is permanent in life, and yet people are afraid of it. The only thing you can guarantee in life is change. There's nothing as permanent or sure as change. Change is actually inevitable. So if change is a constant, the key to life then is to learn how to manage and benefit from change. Change is beautiful. For example, I say this often that there can be no improvement without change. And yet, not all change is improvement. For example, if you used to weigh 110 pounds and now you weigh 170, that was a change. But it's not an improvement. It can actually be a threat to your health. But if you want to improve, you have to change. And God is a God of change, even though God never changes. Because everything God does is always temporary. He never does the same thing twice. No miracle in the Bible was ever repeated. God never healed anyone the same way twice. God is too creative to remain a constant. God is permanent, but he never does anything the same way twice. So you got to get used to change. And change is the most beautiful thing in the world, because change means that you are never going to be bored in life when you keep company with God. And do you know that we hate change because change threatens our security. And our security is what traps us. Nothing is more dangerous to self-destruction than comfort. This is why, Ecclesiastes 3 says this. It says, to everything there's a season. Then it says there's a time to be born and a time to die. There's a time to laugh and a time to mourn. We love the laughter part. But we forget that there's going to be a change where sometime we got to cry. We love the part where it says we gather. What part where it says we scatter? If change comes into your life to remind you that nothing is permanent. You got to learn, therefore, to live life very loosely. Don't hold on to anything too tight. That's why God has the principle of change in life. The danger of comfort and security is it traps you from development and growth. Whenever God wanted to do something great, he always upset comfort. Because the only way for God to take you where you're supposed to be is to get you to leave where you are. And where you are is secure. Change produces two things. It produces insecurity and the unknown. And both of them are very important for growth and development. And we are afraid because we expect things to remain the same. Like I said earlier, the most important approach to dealing with change is to expect it. We expect things to remain the same, and so we set ourselves up for disappointment. The way you benefit from change is you expect it. I like what the Bible says, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 4. It says, there's a time to laugh and a time to mourn. When the mourning time comes, I like the Bible says, we may mourn for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Now, I wrote this book because people keep destroying themselves, self-destruction, because they treat change as an enemy. When in fact, the enemy is comfort. The enemy is security.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's get this thing started. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast, and this is the Black Business Showcase. I'm the God Sincere Love, and this is my official Cali Country co-host, Nicely Girl. How you doing tonight, sis?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing good. I'm doing great. Doing great. I'm excited about tonight. Looking forward to this conversation. We
Yes,
got a
sir.
dope guest coming on for y'all. Appreciate everybody chiming in early. We got a bunch of people in the chat. Let us know where you're coming in from. How's everybody doing? Peace to the family. What's going on, view of one? Prosperity, Zoned Out ENT, Doris Aiba. I think I say your last name right. or is it labor? I don't know if that's an I or F.
Label, I think. Yeah.
Yep. So peace to everybody.
Self-image.
D Barrett, Miss Marilyn. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all being here with us for sure. Hope y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads ready, and y'all are ready to learn some new information. And the short video that we just got finished watching was by Dr. Miles Monroe. And the reason why I chose that video for this episode is because he's talking about change, right? And the world is changing around us as we know it. You know what I'm saying? The way we think about money, the way we think about currency is changing. The technology that we've all gotten used to is changing. The internet as we know it is about to be obsolete. You know, these cell phones that we so used to having glued to our hands pretty soon are going to be like pagers. You know what I'm saying? Those are going to be relics of the past pretty soon too. And so with all this change going on, and there's a lot of fear because people fear what they don't understand. And like the doctor was explaining, people get comfortable and they get attached and they get secure within their situations. And we're slow to embrace change. You know what I'm saying? But I need people to understand that change is a good thing most times if you're prepared for it
Yep.
and if you have the right mindset, right, going into it. And so, like I said, people fear the things that they don't understand. So that's why we're here tonight, to get a better understanding. What is all of this talk about? What is blockchain technology? What is
Right.
cryptocurrency? You know what I'm saying? What is all of this talk I keep seeing up and down my timeline? People got a lot of questions about this stuff. So we're here tonight to learn, and we got a guest on that's definitely going to enlighten all of us about some of these things. And it's going to be a basic intro. It's not going to get too heavy, but just to give
Right.
people a basic understanding about some of these things that you're seeing going up and down your timeline. So you excited about tonight? Nicely, what's up?
I'm so excited because let me tell you, I'm lightly invested in some of these things and still don't know what the heck I'm doing, by the way. I'm
That's
just
good.
in it. I'm in it, but
That's
I
good.
don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Because guess what? Because guess what? Me too. Me
Right.
too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
But we in it.
I'm not completely ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I have been,
Right.
like you said, lightly investing, and I have been,
Mhm.
self-educating. You know what I'm saying? As most of y'all know, I joined the BWO program last year, and I've been, getting the game from brother 19 Keys and Chris Cole, and that's actually how I came across our guest tonight. You know what I'm saying? She was also a member in the BWO as well, and she's
Cool.
somebody that I followed, and I seen I don't know if she was already trading and doing all of this stuff prior to, but if not, if she was new as I was, she's the person that catch on quick. And I noticed that a lot with the ladies, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I needed help with some of this stuff, I always look for one of the ladies because it seemed like the ladies be paying attention, they be taking notes, they be real meticulous about this stuff. And so she was somebody that I seen on social media that appeared to really have a grip on what's really going on and be a little bit more ahead of this thing than me. And so I wanted to definitely reach out to her and invite her onto the show. So it's going to be a special one for y'all tonight. But before I bring her on, hold on. Let me go over here real quick. I want to make sure I give a proper intro before I bring her on the screen. But in the meantime, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell so you could be notified whenever we go live with new content. And if you're watching this on Facebook, hit the like button over there as well. Share this on your Facebook page. Invite some people on over. You know what I'm saying? Send inbox this to a couple of people that need to get a better understanding about crypto, blockchain, and all this stuff. And so let me get the screen queued up real quick.
I'm about to share it too right now.
All right. So first, let me just let y'all know what the show is about officially tonight, right? So tonight we are here to learn what NFTs are, how to properly mint blockchain marketplaces, and how to monetize your social media leveraging your skill set. You will also learn how to create NFTs digitally, how to make 3D artwork, and how to make customized MP4 files using Blender. The Discord, well, I don't know if you're going to be learning all of this in detail, but like I said, it's going to be a basic intro to all of these things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You ain't about to get the free master class. You know what I'm saying? Not like that.
They can
But
always hit her up if they need more education. Then I'm
exactly.
sure they can reach out to
You're
our
gonna get all
sister.
her information. You know, for
Right.
those who need to know more after this. Once you get your mouth all salivating and you need more after this, she got you. She got you. So you know what I'm saying? You'll be able
Right.
to hit her up. She has a private Discord group that gives the latest news, updates on cryptocurrency, blockchain integrations, real world stock, both public and private, centralized and decentralized applications, and bunch of other things that's going on too. You know, metaverse stuff and all of that too. All right. So before we bring her on, let me share this with y'all. Because by the way, you know, she's also an artist. You know, her name is the artist Gemini. And so I'm gonna show you why that artist title is on there. You know what I'm saying? Because my sis got bars too. This is dope right here. Let me get this together. Let me get this together. All right, here we go, y'all.
I'm introducing you to the new world. This that new money, fuck that blue money, nigga.
Let's get the
This that
vibrations
new
up in this
money, fuck
place,
that
man.
blue money, nigga.
Let's go.
I just made a bag with the crypto. They say this the hit though. It's bloody on the block. I'm piggybacking on the big blow. Shout out to Chicago. He the leader of the crypto. Shout out NFTs. You know he make them hits, bro. New curry exchange and traded. This ain't nothing new to me. Some bearish on some plays, so you know they do this comfortably. Oh shit, what? I just got the Whitney Houston. Tell them holla at me if they want this digital exclusive. Building on my trust, something I'm an aboriginal. I'm standing on my porch, man, the up we make this pivotal. Man, they make tricks, fuck a dollar bill. Move your family in the metaverse, got some land in the super world. Keep out on that weep, I get your web. People know, fuck a middleman. Use your tokens as collateral. When you sitting there, Addy, I ain't talking residential. Grab some BNB or BCT, we smoke this presidential. We self-banking on the government's ass. You can't hit me with the KYC, I'm gonna do the dash. Oh shit, what? It's the Glixen that makes you try to box me in the prison. Most forgot this ain't no slave ship. It's that gold body melanated. They coming for our blood DNA, and this was premeditated. But they know they time's up, so we bout to run it up. New era really goes, you know we don't give a fuck. I run laps around the sun every year. And I bring the heat like the nose on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Gas prices going up, yeah, we call that greed. 0.04 at the checkout. Do you got to eat the starships? Dropping all the downloads. Cut the craft in the crash. Geometry entered in our time zones. Fighting for power to the 27th star. I'm the highest of the highest beings. You know who you are. New money. New money. New money.
What's the
Matrix,
money?
matrix, 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 yeah. New money. New money. New money. Matrix, 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 yeah. Fuck that blue money, this that new money, nigga. New money, matrix, nigga. Yeah. Fuck that blue money, this that new money, nigga.
Hey.
Man, let me tell y'all.
Yeah, I'm get ready.
Let me tell y'all something. We got a dope guest in the building for y'all tonight, man. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the artist Gemini. Welcome to the Godcast, sis. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I appreciate that introduction, and thank you for the shout out with that video. I really appreciate that.
Man, that joint dope, man. Yo, them bars, man. You saying some heavy shit on there, man.
You know thank you. I appreciate that. I made that straight off the phone.
The whole video, right?
Off the phone.
Yeah. The video. I made that straight off of my phone. Yep.
Man, see, very resourceful. Use what you got to get what you want. Everything ain't gotta be perfect. You ain't gotta have no major budget. All you gotta do is be creative.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. So we're gonna have to do some other type of collabs too. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back in your DM soon.
Definitely.
But welcome to the Godcast. It's good to have you here. We definitely excited. We got a lot of people in the chat right now, so everybody's excited to see you tonight. Excited to hear from you.
Thank you all for coming out, especially to the people that's in my Discord. I know you guys are gang in the building. I see it in the chat. So
Yep.
thank you guys
Gang,
for that,
gang.
for coming through. And the new
Yep.
Money Matrix family as well.
Yep. Shout out to all of y'all, man. We appreciate y'all being here. Again, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. We got other dope guests that come on to the Black Business Showcase. So definitely you want to tap in with us. Appreciate y'all being here tonight, though. Man, how long you been doing this? How long you been doing? How early were you?
So when you mentioned we was in the BWO, even I believe before the BWO, I was in the what was it called? The Wealth Standard, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I was in the Wealth Standard with Keys and Chris at the time, and I believe that was in 2020, right? Once that was over, then they came out with the BWO. So every since the BWO, I did get in contact with or become a part of Chicago Crypto Bullies Discord as well. So I really emerged in the NFT space, in the metaverse space, in the crypto space heavily because of Chicago. So basically, you know how they have their meetings and their like podcasts, just like we have right now. And so I was watching Brother Rich's YouTube video, and that's how I got knowledge of Chicago. And then when he said, take 3 of his classes and then join the Discord, I did everything he said. I joined the boot camp. I did the 6-hour crypto boot camp. I did that twice. And then I did some of his technical analysis classes on crypto. I've done, I pretty much took all my crypto classes with Chicago. So that's how I got started, which was like last year. Yeah. So
Have you always been such a good student and a fast learner? Or was this just an area that really grabbed your attention and you knew this was for you?
Well, I'm gonna give you kind of a background of my story. So I've been into art school my entire life. I started dancing when I was 3, ballet, hip hop, contemporary jazz, all that good stuff. When I got into high school, I flew out here. I'm in California right now. So I came from Georgia, and then I came to California with my mother, and she actually put
Cali
me,
country.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing when you said that. She put me in a performing arts high school. It was at the time it was called VAPA High School. A lot of big names now have went to that school. But I went there my 10th grade, 11th, and 12th grade year. I was in the dance academy, but they also had fashion academy. They had business academy. They had theaters academy, and then they had music academy. During lunch, we would like freestyle. We would have talent shows. We would do our plays. We would, have our dance recitals. So I'm used to being in the entertainment world, and I'm used to just being really artistic. So that's how I came up with the name Artist Gemini. I'm a Gemini too. So I got 2 sides. People, hey girl, hey.
Cali country Gemini's in the building.
We
This was meant to be.
So I named myself Artist Gemini because I have 2 sides. If somebody just meets me off the top, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, girl, you rapping and singing. I'm like, that's like my other side of me. So that's why I call myself Artist Gemini. But I've always had an entertainment background, and I've always picked up fast when it came to choreography, when it came to writing songs, when it came to making music, just anything as far as that background, I've always been good at. Give me a second, baby. I'm on the podcast.
And let me just say, when it came to crypto, when it came to blockchain, like I said, I'm just impressed. You're saying this was 2020. You started getting into this stuff, and from that in that short period of time, you went from student to teacher. Like you got your own Discord group. We got some of your students here in the building with us tonight. Like I'm very impressed by that because, me getting introduced to this, my head was just spinning all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Because my story was kind of similar to yours. I was already with Brother Ben in the digital real estate program, ABS Tribe, and all of that stuff. And then when they started BWO, I jumped on that. And there was just so much information. I was trying to take it all in. I didn't find a lane like you did. I didn't find a lane to just settle in and say, okay, I'm gonna focus on this. And so I was so spread out all over the place. It took me a minute to get calibrated and say, okay, let me eliminate this, and get focused
Right.
over here. You know what I'm saying? So definitely impressed by that level of focus and your ability to absorb the information and then put it back out there in a way that where other people can take it from you. Dope.
Right. And let me say this. So when I did start in the different BWO groups, I did cling on more to the crypto side of things. Like some people were good at trading, some people were great at doing options, doing the bonds. I was like, that's not for me. Like that's not my forte, my specialty. I go to other people to ask questions about that, right? But when it came to crypto and like NFTs and the metaverse, I was like, oh yes, this is me right here. Because this is a place for artists, not only artists, but even business people, writers, speakers. This is a place for them to be creative. This is a place for them to actually show digitally their skill. And not in just one way, not just making 3D art, not just making videos or learning animation or putting NFTs out there, but actually showcasing the fact that I have this skill set. And now we have, the blockchain, which now people are looking at like, oh, this is the devil and we ain't supposed to be doing none of this stuff. But this is an opportunity for those of us who have parents who missed out on the .com bubble, who missed out on investing in real estate, who missed out on a lot of things. And that's why, we're set back. But now this is a push forward to a new revolution within our community and just the nation, period. So if you're trying to, fill that wealth gap up, I highly recommend getting into the space, not just to fill that wealth gap up, but to just make sure that your children's children and your parents and whoever else comes with you has something to look forward to. Instead of saying, oh, I remember crypto, but I never did, I never jumped in it because I thought it was fake, all that type of stuff.
Yeah. People still think it's a scam. People still think. That's why I say, get an understanding. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of information out there that you could tap into for free. But then there's also people like you who's offering classes and stuff like that. We got to invest in ourselves and, get into the know. Get into the know.
Right.
Exactly.
Being afraid ain't going to get you nothing.
It ain't going to get you nowhere. It's not going to get you nowhere.
Can I ask, like, because you were mentioning crypto, blockchain, and stuff like that. What are the differences between crypto, blockchain, stocks? You know what I'm saying? NFTs. Like, can we get a little breakdown of what those differences are?
Yes, I did prepare something for you guys. If I'm allowed to share my screen, so we can get into it if possible.
So do you see a share button? This because we haven't done this yet, but I believe you have a share button on your side.
Yeah, I got a share button.
All right, so click that, and I think I might be able to.
Let me do share screen. Hold on. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it look like it's gonna work.
Okay, so you guys, okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
No, I'm gonna put it on there now. There we go.
Okay, good. Let me pull it up here. Present.
And you guys can put any questions that you might have in the chat, and we'll definitely try to get to as many as we can before the broadcast is over with.
So this is a basic introductory slideshow of people who have basic questions, people who don't know what a blockchain is, people who don't know what cryptocurrency is, people who don't know what an NFT is, right? So this is just going to briefly go over some of the definitions and some of the terms so then we can get more into it, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So cryptocurrency is a medium of exchange, okay? Back in the day, like maybe when Bitcoin first came out, I know that they were having like those little vouchers, right? And then you would put it in a machine and then you would somehow cash out that voucher digitally, okay? So when they're saying paper instruments, that's what they're referring to. So the paper instruments being exchanged, you're exchanging digital information that is governed by the principles of cryptography, okay? Now, these principles or the process known as mining or minting, depending on the protocol, is used to control the creation of new coins or verification of the blockchain. At the end of the day, cryptocurrency is electricity converted into lines of code that holds monetary value or digital currency. So did we
So
understand that?
so let me kind of demystify that a little bit if I
Yep.
could,
Go
because
ahead.
it sounds to me like that's no different than when you stick your ATM card inside of
Hmm.
a machine.
Exactly.
It's nothing but digital numbers that are taking place to verify your transaction. If you taking money out or if you purchasing something at the store, whatever the case may be, it's just a digital ledger, if you will. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That's communicating
The
with
codes.
the merchant, yeah, sending the
Hmm.
codes to the merchant to verify that you have the money in your account to make this purchase or to do this transaction. So it don't sound really no different than what we already doing. You know what I'm saying? We
Exactly.
just have to familiarize ourselves with the language a little bit.
Exactly.
Right.
And one of the first cryptocurrencies to come out, of course, everybody know what Bitcoin is. It was what $1 nobody wanted to invest, $500 nobody wanted to invest, including me, because I didn't know at the time. I was still in high school, right? So we were all like, what the hell is Bitcoin and why is people trying to purchase it? But if we were aware of um what it could possibly become, I believe a lot more of us would have invested in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was established in 2008 by an unknown person. We still don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
we ever gonna know. But it refers to the Bitcoin numerals nicknamed as stats. So when you go on your Cash App, right? Because Cash App allows you to buy Bitcoin, and when you go on your
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin and you purchase Bitcoin, it'll say stats purchase instead of like $1. You know how to convert USD to Bitcoin, but when you are transacting with Bitcoin, it is called stats. Okay, so that's first and foremost. This was brought about through white papers. And remember those vouchers that I was discussing a couple of seconds ago? Those are the white papers that they're talking about. Okay. So people would literally carry around the white paper. Some would call it Bitcoin, the atom of the first, or whatever people nicknamed it for. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cryptocurrency, it wasn't released as an open source software usable until 2009. So we first had to get it through paper, and then they converted it over into strictly code and digitization. Okay. So there's other altcoins out there because Bitcoin is considered an altcoin. So there's a lot of different altcoins out there that are under Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is a decentralized. Okay. So remember this, decentralized, because we're going to talk about that. So
Mm-hmm.
unlike centralized banking, we're gonna say centralized banking. We're going to refer to maybe like Wells Fargo as centralized banking. Okay. For example, the Federal Reserve System, where the government controls the value of the currency like USD through the process of printing fiat money. Cryptocurrency is strictly a peer-to-peer network with no central authority. So if you guys didn't know, I'm pretty sure my Discord does know, but the dollar is not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold. It's backed by the labor, sweat, and tears of the
Us.
people, right? Us, the
Yes.
people. And because the US dollar does not have any value, um, what is his name? Satoshi came out with a brilliant idea to not only make a decentralized platform and a decentralized currency, but basically giving us the power back to control our own assets. Okay. So I hope
Right.
this is making sense. Any questions?
Yeah.
You guys,
So is it
you guys could put
taxable?
questions in the chat.
Okay. I can't see him. I'm on my screen.
No. They don't have any questions. I was just letting them know
Okay.
that if
Yeah,
they
they
have
don't
any
have any
questions, they could put
money.
it in the chat. But
Okay.
what was you saying, Nicely?
I was saying, so is it taxable?
So, okay. So we're going to break this down. I can talk about it right now. So when we're referring to taxable, it would have to be regulated by the where we're living at right now, right? So we know the US dollars are
Mhm.
taxable because they're intertwined with the Federal Reserve and the Treasury and the Secretary of the United States. But if you are moving privately on the blockchain, which I highly recommend 90% of these callers and listeners move privately versus moving publicly. Because when we're talking about taxation of the blockchain, how can you get taxed on something that is not verifiably attached to your birth name that is on that birth certificate? If you have a address, remember everything on the blockchain you can see. When someone gives you a address to their wallet, guess what? You can put that wallet address in the either the ether scan, and then you can see how much money they've made. But guess what? You don't know who's behind that wallet unless you are transacting peer to peer with that person. So the only way that you're going to be able to be taxed is if you are doing things publicly. Now, we know Coinbase is a public platform. We know Binance.us is a public platform. We know Crypto.com is a public platform. So when you are moving your assets over to those type of platforms, be ready to be taxed, because they are now integrating, regulating cryptocurrency so that we can be taxed. But if you know how to move privately, I don't think you should have a problem.
Okay.
Someone
Now
asked, what about
I
Cash App?
understand what. Okay, go ahead.
Say it again.
Yeah. Someone in here asked about Cash App. So will Cash
Okay.
App be also considered a public platform as well?
Um, that's a good question. Because when you're dealing with Cash App, you're sending over your Bitcoin, right? So say I'm going on my Cash App and I'm going to purchase Bitcoin. I'm then going to send it to a private wallet address. Who does that private wallet address belong to? Because it does not have a name, it has a address identification code. So I would say yes and no. Why? Because you're transferring your United States dollar through Cash App to purchase Bitcoin, but wherever you're sending that Bitcoin, they don't know who you're sending it to, right?
So so
Mm-hmm.
when you do a transaction on Cash App or PayPal or something like that, you're doing that transaction in the public space.
Mm-hmm.
But
Exactly.
if you transfer it to what she's talking about with these wallets, then you're entering into a decentralized space. And so now
Right.
the money disappears from the public's eye view or from the government's eye view, right? But
Right.
if you transfer it to a Coinbase or a
Mm-hmm.
crypto.com or something like that, then you're still transacting publicly. So that's what she's trying to get us to understand, the difference between interacting publicly and privately.
Right. Now, in reversal, say if you got Bitcoin and it's on FTX exchange or BitMax or whatever, right? And you want to quote unquote cash out your cryptocurrency for United States dollars. Now, remember, you are taking your private assets and you're now transferring it back to your public address, which is Cash App.
Mhm.
So just how you take it out, excuse me. So if you're trying to take out your assets through Cash App, you will be taxed, because we know now that they have just now, I don't know if it's approved or not, but I know that there were talks of keeping eyes on any transactions with Cash App, I believe PayPal,
With your
any
bank
kind,
account, period.
yeah, with a
Anything
bank account.
$600.
Exactly. If you got $600 coming in and out of there, you are now you will have eyes on you. So just be mindful when you are transacting on your Cash App or any other public platforms in that matter.
And you definitely want to consult with a professional tax person, you know what I'm saying, to get more
Absolutely.
detailed things about um your specific scenario, you know what I'm saying?
And
But
this is not
also,
financial advice.
yeah,
Just had to say that.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. None of this is financial advice. This is just education, you know what I'm saying, about the space. But
Right.
one thing that I do want to say about people who are looking to invest in crypto, or people who are already invested in crypto, and this is something that I learned from Chris Cole, right?
Mm-hmm.
The name of the game is not to turn your crypto assets into fiat currency, right? the whole point in investing into crypto, you have to learn how to operate within that space. A lot of things are becoming more integratable with the crypto space, where you could purchase airline tickets, you could book hotels, you could do all type of stuff within the crypto space. So if you're just trying to, copy some ether and do a quick flip and then cash it back out, you kind of hustling backwards, because the fiat dollar is losing value and it can't keep up with inflation. Whereas your crypto has the potential to outdo inflation, who knows, depending on, where the market is at any given day. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that out there.
No, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, because I get a lot of questions on, well, how can I take my cryptocurrency back out? I'll be like, well, is that your end goal, is to convert it back into a valueless piece of paper that is going to be obsolete in a minute? Because we have to look at around the country in general. A lot of different countries, their so-called dollar has no value and it's not being used anymore. What is that country that just adopted Bitcoin as their new cryptocurrency? Was it El Salvador?
I think El Salvador, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Salvador.
So, yeah, so you see other countries now moving their monetary system onto the blockchain and utilizing these cryptocurrencies. So why do we need, or why do we still have this train of thought of, oh, I need to convert this back into my USD? Now, do not get me wrong. We always should have what we call a cushion, or a security blanket when it does come to still having the United States dollars, because we're not fully integrated on the blockchain and we can't pay our rent with cryptocurrency right now, right? So you still want to have a portion allocated of your assets or your money into United States dollar. But I think you should not intertwine the two. You need to treat this as your generational wealth trust account, or your generational CD, or your money making market account. Treat it as such, and do not be so quick to take out your money, because like you said, you hustling ass backwards.
Exactly. And somebody did make a good point in the chat as well. Shush 19, she said if they want, they could use their Coinbase account and just get the card, so you could do transactions. Like crypto.com offers the like a debit card, you know what I'm saying? Coinbase offers like a debit card, and so you could, if you want to do transactions with the money that you're investing into crypto, you could just get one of those cards and do it that way.
Yes, they absolutely do have those cards, and that's why I said to still have your cushion, and to still, if you wanted to move publicly, still utilize these platforms, but know what you're doing when you are utilizing these platforms when it comes to the end of the year and stuff of that nature, right? So just keep that in mind. But absolutely, if you are okay with moving publicly, then by all means, go ahead.
So,
and y'all getting heavy in the chat, man. So some of y'all pros out here.
Right.
Yes.
So can we,
Yes.
when you're talking about investing and how we're moving and stuff, especially someone that's newly investing, do you recommend say investing 10 or 15, 20%, say, of your current, income, as a way to kind of slowly build and get into it?
Yes. So let me kind of skip forward here so I can show you. Okay, maybe I went too far. Hold on. Give me a second.
Hey, my bad, Shush. My bad. I didn't know you was a brother.
Oh, that must be I know who that is, I believe. I know who that is. Okay, here we go. Ask me the question again, sister. I'm sorry.
So I was saying, for someone that's newly investing, right? Because some people, I hear people like, I just put 1,000 on Bitcoin, right? Everybody don't have it like that. So if they say want to invest 10, 15% of their, monthly salary or bi-weekly, weekly, paycheck, would you recommend doing something like that?
Yes. So I always tell people I don't give anybody financial advice. I don't tell people how much they should invest or should not invest because I don't know everybody's current situation. I don't know what you
Right.
got going on, right? But I always say, you know how you have reoccurring deposits into your banking account from say your
Mm-hmm.
job. So just like the Wall Street Trapper said, right? We want to be able to learn how to allocate and set up our own portfolios and diversification when it does the when it comes to what am I wanting to invest in. So I would say now this is me. I damn near invest 50%, damn near 80% into my cryptocurrency because I know the value that it's going to have in the future for my kids. But if it's somebody just like you said starting out, I don't see anything wrong with a 15 or a 20% or even a 30%, depending on their situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I would add to that, because for me, it would be a certain percentage, whatever percentage that you choose, but of your disposable income. You
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
don't want to start investing your rent money,
Right.
your car insurance money, the money that
Mm-hmm.
you need to live. You know what I'm saying? You need to kind of organize your budget in a manner where you understand how much of your income is disposable, and that's what you use to invest.
Absolutely. Don't please don't go and pay. Don't put your rent money on the blockchain and then be like,
Yeah,
oh, I didn't make my money. But don't do
yeah,
that, please.
yeah.
Don't do it.
Right.
Utilize
Mm-hmm.
what you have extra, just like you go and buy your weed and your drink and your clothes and your shoes. Some of that can go towards building your generational wealth through the crypto assets.
Indeed. Your
Yeah.
Netflix, your Hulu, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah.
that same amount of money, that little $8, $10 that you're paying every month could be your dollar cost average that you're putting into crypto. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. Especially for those who are working publicly, like you said, with the crypto.com cards and stuff like that. You can I believe it states that you can have monthly or reoccurring deposits into that account.
Yeah.
So just set it up however you would like, or even if you're working privately, just know, okay, this week on Cash App, I'm uploading that $100 and I'm gonna send it over to that Bitcoin and I'm gonna send it to my private wallet so it can stake or I can yield for them or I can, collateralize it and borrow against it. Whatever it is that you're trying to do.
So if you're moving in the private space, you have to do it manually. Whereas if you're in the public space, i.e. Coinbase, crypto.com, or one of those, you could just set it up as a reoccurring payment that automatically comes out of your account.
Exactly. Right. And a lot of people who have been in the cryptocurrency space, I know Chris Cole taught us this about the fat lady strategy. So majority of us, we barely put any money into the blockchain because our initial investment has damn near, our return on our investment has damn near been like 1,000 or 300%. Like this is insane gains if you know what you're doing and you know how to read the white papers, find good projects, know what is going to be utilized the most utility wise on the blockchain. um you know so that is very important as well.
So, all right, because I'm gonna try to get back to the basics a little bit. What is
Mhm.
a white paper?
So when we're dealing with white papers, that is going to tell you what the company or what the cryptocurrency is doing, what it's about, what their outcome it should be, who their CEO is. You know how you have the financials when it comes to the stock market. Excuse me, sorry. You know how you have the financials when it comes to the stock market. And if you go on yahoo.finance, it's going to give you everything that you need to know about that company and why you should invest in that company. The same thing as the white paper. So when you hear somebody say, well, what is XRP? And somebody go read the white papers and figure it out. They're just telling you to do your own due diligence because all of your answers are going to be all of your questions are going to be answers within that white papers.
Yep. And what are some of the platforms that people can go to get that information?
So you can go to coingecko.com, you can go to coinmarketcap.com. Those are the two main ones that I use when I am going to find the white papers, the contract address. If I wanted to see what is on their on their public transaction or private transaction, where their protocols is, where I can exchange, where I can swap. You're going to find all of those details on CoinGecko or on CoinMarketCap.
Indeed. Indeed. And so if you could share with us,
Yes.
what is your protocol if you're looking at a new coin, a new altcoin that you're into? What is your protocol for actually making that investment? What do you look for when you're searching these new tokens or coins?
So first and foremost, I research from I got my picking out cryptocurrencies slightly from Wall Street Trapper. I took his stock portfolio course, right? I took his entire course when he had it in 2020. And the basics that he taught was know who the CEO is, if they have some type of social media accounts, look at their Twitter to see if they're actually active. Go find any other business connected to these people. So what I do is I see, well, who is behind this project? Because it could be Sam Cook that was scamming people last year, and now he done came out with a new cryptocurrency. He might scam all of us. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know who's in charge of these projects, or what company is in charge, but who is the face behind these projects. That's first and foremost. Then I go actually in, like I said, look at the white papers. Then I will go to the chart and I will see how they're doing within a 6-month period of time. But a lot of these projects are so new, sometimes it's very hard to get that technical analysis or that confirmation from a chart, because a coin could have came out yesterday and it's not even a penny. So you don't have nothing to work off of. So you want to work off of knowing who is behind these projects and where these projects are trying to go, and what are the utilities? What is the use case for this project? What is the use case for this cryptocurrency? You know what I'm saying? How is it going to benefit me in the future? Is it pertaining to where I see my assets being allocated? That's how I move when I'm investing in anything.
And so I think use case, for people that don't understand some of the terminology, I think the best way to describe use case, you know how earlier how she said the US dollar, our fiat currency, is not backed by anything. When it comes to cryptocurrency, the thing that backs it is its use case. What is this? What does it do? What is the purpose of it? You know what I'm saying? Like some of these they might call like what, I forgot the term that they use, but like some of the coins like Doge and other coins that got popular that don't really have that much of a use case,
right?
And it just goes off of a hype, and you know what I'm saying, the talk. Certain people are tweeting about it, and it's making the price go up. Now, you could definitely get in on those and make some money if you know how to read the charts and pick your entries and your exits and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what she's talking about is understanding the purpose of this coin or this token. What purpose does it actually serve? And then you could tell if this is something that's going to be beneficial long term. Like, is it something that's going to be used for gamers? You know what I'm saying? Is it something that's, is it something that's going to help lower the gas prices on the blockchain for Ethereum? You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of things we want to look for when we're interested in getting into investing in some of these things long term. Unless, like I said, you know how to get in and out. And like she mentioned earlier, the fat lady strategy. Can you explain that a little bit? The fat lady strategy, how it works?
Yes. So the fat lady strategy is, so say that my initial investment on Ethereum was $400, and Ethereum went up to $3,000, and I made a $500 return on my investment. I'm not going to pull that money out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find another project that I feel strongly about, and then I'm going to allocate that cryptocurrency, swap, exchange, whatever I have to do, trade it to get the next coin or cryptocurrency or token, whatever it is that I feel comfortable with purchasing. So that's all the fat lady strategy is. And so if you know tokenomics and you know how to move, that you barely would be putting money inside of the blockchain or into your wallets, because your fat lady strategy should and would be working if you are picking the right, if you picking the right cryptocurrencies to
Yeah,
invest in.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's like recycling. It's like just think about it as recycling your assets, recycling your cryptocurrencies. I'm going to take my return on my investment, put it in XRP. I'm going to take my return on investment,
Mhm.
put it in Chili's. I'm going to take my return on investment, put it in Ethereum, right?
And that
So
could
if
work with stocks as well, right?
absolutely works with stocks, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, you're just capturing your gains. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You bought whatever stock or crypto at a certain price, and then your money triples.
Right.
You don't want to wait until
Mhm.
that price goes back down, because all markets have ups and downs. It's not going to just keep going up and up and up and up. So
Hmm.
that's what I mean when I say you got to pick your exit. So you have to determine, okay, how much money do I want to make? How much money am I expecting to make off of this? So for me, I'll say, okay, as soon as my money triples, I'm going to take out half of that investment, and
Right.
I might
And put it
put
somewhere
it in,
else.
put it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Or I might just
Right.
put it into a tether coin and wait for the price of that same cryptocurrency to go back down, and then buy it again. And that's how you compound that interest. And now you playing with the house money. You're not even playing with your initial investment anymore.
Exactly. Yep. Compound and leveraging.
Compound and leveraging. I'm learning that.
Yeah.
I'm learning that because I ain't trying to
This is the first
keep
I've
dipping
heard
back
you
into the
say it.
account.
Really?
I'm lightly invested, but I
Mhm.
haven't traded. I haven't done any of those things. I just put money and leave it alone.
Okay. So you're like the long-term investor. You're not too
Mhm.
active, but you're investing. So that's
I'm
not a bad
investing.
thing. It's an absolute good thing, because that's how a lot of us started out. Just putting our money in somewhere. It was like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna figure it
Right.
out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now that you know, you can leverage different type of protocols and exchanges. I'm kind of skipping forward. You can leverage different type of exchanges and protocols to also earn interest on your assets. So if you say you're just having your money sit somewhere, sis, you could be staking your Solana on FTX, getting an 8% return on you just having your money sit there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's another way to accumulate more on your return on your investment. So it doesn't just have to sit there. They have many ways for you to make money. Even yield farming, same thing. Pools, same thing. You just have to, like I said, get into the space or take somebody's class. I highly recommend people to take the basic cryptocurrency class with Chicago, because he has 6-hour boot camp classes that literally take you from A to damn Z. You're gonna be confused at the first time you take it. You're gonna be like, okay, I need to rewatch this about 3-4 times, because that's what I had to do. Then I
That's for sure.
started slowly learning, like, okay. And the more and more you engage with other people who are in the crypto space, the more you start learning new things, the more you start overstanding what it is that you were doing wrong in the beginning. And now that you can correct it, because now I'm actually around like-minded people and individuals who also are doing the same thing. And we can all help each other.
That's a fact. That's a
Right.
fact. Because it's like learning a new language. You know what I'm saying? All this
Yes.
terminology. Once you start getting an understanding of what these things mean, it's kind of like when you look at one of those. I forgot what they call those pictures, but when you first look at it, it don't look
Mhm.
like nothing,
Right.
and then you keep staring at it, and then you be like, "Oh, it starts to come into clear view." It's kind of
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
It's
It's
kind of like
definitely
that.
just like that.
Especially with the charts. Because when I first started looking at
Right.
charts, I was like, man, I ain't never gonna get this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? But now it makes a
Right.
lot more sense to me. Now I can look at it and kind of be able to see a story taking place. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I've been looking at it long enough now. But just
Right.
to respond to our sister, I think she got lost when I said tether coin.
Oh,
So
um,
so yeah,
you
go
can
ahead,
go ahead.
answer
It's
that.
fine.
No, no, it's
Tether coin is a stable coin, so it kind of reflects the United States dollar. So you can have Ethereum, you can have $300 in Ethereum, right? And if Ethereum decreases by 500%, guess what? Your money is damn near gone because you didn't have enough put in there. But if you know that Ethereum is going into a bearish movement mean like a downtrend, right? If you know it's going into a downtrend, you can take those investments in Ethereum and you can put them in a stable coin. They have different type of stable coins. They have DAI, they have USDT, they have USDC, they have a ton of them, right? Just a whole bunch of coins that are stabilized. So just think about it as, if we go into a bear market, how can I not lose what I've gained so far? Stabilize your wallets and stabilize your profits. If you don't know technical analysis, stabilize your wallets and stabilize your profits. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
what
And
are some
so,
crypto investing mistakes to avoid then? I guess with, what would you
What
say
are some
some of
points to
the,
avoid?
or no, just what are some of the crypto investing mistakes to avoid or try to avoid, getting into this space?
what were some of the mistakes you made early on?
Yeah, I was gonna
Right.
say the mistakes I made, because honey, I made a lot. When I first started investing, um, like I said, I'm a really artsy person, so I was buying like land and not land, excuse me, but NFTs and trying to get as much land as possible. Now, when we're transacting on the blockchain, we have to remember some of this is charging. Some of these transactions is going to charge you gas fees. So you know how you get in a car and you have to go to point A to point B. If you want to move Ethereum from point A to point B, you're going to have to pay a gas fees, right? Now Ethereum is high as hell right now. So moving Ethereum back and forth, it might cost you a couple $100. So you be mindful of what you're moving and when you're moving it. Because if you're moving Ethereum transfer to transfer, it might not be that high. It might be like $30 or something. But if you're trying to purchase an NFT or purchase a plot of land or send somebody an NFT to their wallet, it's going to cost you a little bit more in gas fees to make those transactions. And you might have to do 4 transactions or 5 transactions or 6 or 1 to get the job complete. So when you're talking about becoming your own bank, you're literally a walking bank, because you are doing everything on your own. You're doing every single transaction on your own. And be careful when you are transferring or exchanging your cryptocurrencies, because if you're sending it, so they have like ERC 20 tokens, they have the BNB PEP, the BEP 20. So when you're utilizing your wallets, so okay, let me give you an example. So I had sent XRP from my Ascendex to my FTX, right? Because XRP requires you to input that tag into the transaction. Because I didn't put no tag in it, guess what? I never got my XRP. It just was lost in the sauce, and I still ain't seen that
Oh wow.
XRP since I damn did that,
That
right?
happened to me with Safe Moon.
Man, let me tell you something. I was so upset. That was a good
Wow.
chunk of money. So when you're moving, do not move super fast, especially if you're new. Read the instructions. Make sure that wallet address, the receivable wallet address, is the actual address that you are sending whatever it is that you're sending it to. Or if you're receiving something, make sure that you have the correct identifiable address
Information.
to get that token. And if they ask you, I wish I can pull it up right now. Let me see. Can y'all still see my screen?
Oh, I can put it back
Not
up
yet.
for you.
Okay, hold on.
There you go.
There we
Let
go.
me see. Give me 1 sec, because I'm trying to pull some up. None of my information is over here.
All right. In the meantime, everybody, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share this out. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Click the notification bell so you could be aware when we go live with new content. If you're watching this on Facebook, please hit the like button as well. Share this on your Facebook page. Invite a couple friends on over.
I'm gonna try to pull up something, because I'm on my gaming computer,
All right,
because it
I'll
has
take it.
more.
I'll take it off. Let me know when you want me to put it back up.
Okay. I'm on my gaming computer, so I gotta utilize this one how I can.
Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the engagement. Doris wants to know what NFTs are. We're gonna get into that in a little bit as well. Stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay tuned. She's gonna break that down for us. Let me see what else going on over here. I guess somebody was saying Silk Road was a scam. I don't know about that.
Okay, I'm ready. So I'm on CoinGecko, right? And I pulled up Uniswap. If you look over here in the info section, right, you see that they have their websites right here. And then they have their explorers here. So they transact on the Etherscan, on the Block Scout, on the Polygon side, on the Hex side, on the BNB side as well. So these are all the protocols that they transact on. Now, say if you're trying to send something to the Etherscan, but your wallet, let me pull this now, but your wallet says Ethereum mainnet, and you end up sending your Ethereum mainnet address or funds over here to Ethereum, but you're trying to transact on Polygon, you're not going to get those funds because you have now sent this to something totally different. So that's what I mean by those are some of the little mistakes that's going to cost you a lot of money.
Man, I think that's something similar to what I did with that Safe Moon. I ain't put too much money in it because I knew I didn't know what I was doing. So I wanted to try the transaction first to see if it would work. But I think really what happened is I didn't have enough to cover the gas prices. And so I kind of got frustrated and left it alone.
Yeah, that too. You might be doing something and you like, oh snap, I made like $1,000, but you ain't got enough money to take out because you only got $20 worth of Ethereum to get it out. But they won't you, they trying to charge you $100 to get out your profits. So don't be stuck holding the bag and then all of a sudden a second later it dropped back down and all your money, you're back at square one. So be mindful of that as well. And be mindful of scamming websites because you see how this says uniswap.org. If you go here and you're searching on Uniswap and you're trying to transact on Uniswap, right? And you might see a uniswap.com. Guess what? Okay, so it took me to the real place. But listen, what I'm trying to say is if you go to something other than
they have all kind of little scamming websites now that has the same spelling or similar spelling.
Like a clone.
Yes. Yeah. Basically these are high level hackers in this space. And if you are moving too fast and you're not paying attention and you didn't come here to CoinGecko and find out the actual website that you need to use to swap something out, it's going to cost you some money again. And also when you're dealing with wallets, I'm just still giving y'all examples of some of the common mistakes people make. When you're dealing with wallets, right? Say you set up your MetaMask wallet and they give you your 12 word seed phrase, and you are having an issue with your wallet and you think that you're talking to somebody in customer service and they say, hey, we're going to help you today. All we need is your 12 word seed phrase. If you give them your private keys, right? Because MetaMask is a private wallet. If you give them your private keys, guess what? You have just officially been hacked and you better not ever use that wallet address again because any funds that's going to be up in there, they're going to drain you for everything you got. Yeah. So never give nobody your private keys ever. I don't care who they say they is.
Can't stress that enough. And even when you're signing up for your MetaMask and all of that stuff, they stress it to you over and over again. Don't share this with anybody. Write it down, put it in a safe. Yep. You know what I mean? They stress to you how important those keys is because it's not something that you could just change and update. You know what I'm saying? Right. The best thing to do really is memorize it. It's a weird ass phrase that they give you, but it is. If you can, just try to memorize it and also write it down and put it somewhere safe, but never share it with anybody. Never, ever share it with anybody. Absolutely, viewer one. That's your key. That's your private key. That's like giving somebody your keys.
That's like giving somebody the code to get in your safe at your house. That's underground somewhere. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your best friend, Kiki. Nobody, don't you get them keys up.
And now somebody said don't take a picture. Don't take a picture or a text either, because I know some people
Nope.
they'll take a screenshot and save it on their phone, but your phone could get hacked.
Exactly, because guess what? Your phone is connected to the cloud, especially if you got an iPhone. So if you screenshot anything, it's up there in that cloud, and hackers know how to get up in that cloud. It's not that hard.
Okay, and you just made me think of something as well. Mistakes, since we're on mistakes that people make, right? Now, if you're using an iPhone, especially if you upgrade your iPhone and you have two-factor authentication queued up, like you have to use a two-factor authentication to get into your wallet, to get into your platforms, and you upgrade your phone without turning that off, you're going to be locked out of your crypto because it's specific to that device. It's specific to your device. You know what I'm saying? And so you won't be able to use the two-factor authentication with your new iPhone. So before you upgrade your phone, turn off all your two-factor authentications and then upgrade your phone and then reset it back up, because those things are specific to your device.
Exactly. Can't stress that enough. Write it down if you can't memorize it, and go get a safe from Walmart for like $40 or $20 and throw it in there until you find something else that you can store your private keys in.
Now what is this right here?
Now that is a ledger. Now you can okay, so back to
You turned your mic off.
Mute.
Screen froze up too real quick. All right, should be right back, y'all. Bear with us. Bear with us. Make sure y'all hit the like, share button. And so what she was about to get into is this little device that I have here, which is called a ledger. And I think they refer to this as, help me out in the chat, is it a cold wallet or is it a hot wallet? I forgot which one it is. But this is, you can store your crypto on these offline. And so it's not on the blockchain, it's not online. You can store your crypto on one of these ledgers, which is called, I think it's called a cold wallet. I forgot if it's cold or hot, but look it up. Look it up. And this specific ledger that I have,
Someone said it's a cold wallet.
It's a cold wallet. Okay, yeah.
Cold. Hard wallet.
Online is hot. Online is hot. Offline is cold. So this is called a cold wallet. And the one that I have here is called a Nano X. And now one thing about these also, you want to buy it directly from the manufacturer. You don't want to buy these off of Amazon or anything like that, because Amazon, they have resellers. So somebody could have already been
bugged it.
Got into it, done bugged it up, done rigged it up, and now they reselling it on Amazon, and then you buy it, you put all your crypto on there, and they got access to it. So you want to buy these only directly from, this stuff gets complicated, y'all. This stuff gets,
I did not think it was going to be this serious, but it's really serious. But I get it. I get it.
For real. So I think our sister's having some tech issues, but she'll be back with us momentarily. I think her computer might have even died or something. So she probably got to just plug back in.
Keep the questions coming so that we can ask her all the questions that we can while we have her. And again, make sure you guys are liking, sharing. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you guys are updated every time that we go live. And thank you again for tuning in with us tonight.
Indeed. And shout out to our moderators in the chat, Jackson Harlem, View of One. Make sure that y'all are paying attention to the links that they're putting inside the chat as well. Ways that you can support the platform. You know, this is Sincere Love the Godcast. For those of y'all that's just watching for the first time, we usually go live every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 4 p.m. Pacific Time with our weekly broadcast where we cover current events and other important issues pertaining to the Black community. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays, where y'all tuned in right now to the Black Business Showcase, where we bring on different business owners from different industries, and they share their story similar to what's going on here tonight. We get different good information on how business works in all these different industries. And so if you are a business owner or anybody that you know is a business owner and would like to come on to the Godcast, please contact me or my co-host and just let us know. We'll get you on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're on code. As long as you're on code. We ain't taking no off code guests. Just to let y'all know. Just to let y'all know. You know what I mean? So let's get back to our sister. She's back.
I'm sorry, you guys. I got children over here, and they unplugged the internet.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Okay, so we'll be discussing the wallets, correct?
The ledger, yeah. You was going to explain the ledger. I kind of explained it a little bit, but go ahead.
Okay. So the difference between. Okay, go ahead. Close it, baby. So the difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet. So we would consider, say, like MetaMask, right? What type of wallet is that? Do you guys know?
I'm gonna let y'all answer in the chat, and not none of y'all pros. Let some of the new people try to answer the question. Let some of the new people try to answer the question.
Let me know if they got it right.
MetaMask is an online. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put the answers on the screen. MetaMask, is it a hot wallet or a cold wallet? All right. Tony said it's a hot wallet. Is she right?
Okay, there we go. That's right, Tony. Hey, girl.
Okay.
So yes. MetaMask would be an example of a hot wallet in which you have your private key set to, and it's connected to the internet. So what you can do with MetaMask is basically download it onto your Chrome browser and have it stored exactly right there, or something like your Trust Wallet could be downloaded onto your phone, right? So it's connected directly to the internet. Now, cold wallet would be, say, what he has over there. I don't know if it's a Nano X or a Nano S.
Nano X.
Okay, so that would be an example of a cold wallet. Now, that is a cryptocurrency wallet that cannot be compromised because it's not connected to the internet. Also called a hardware wallet, and it's offline wallet. So the cold wallet stores the user's address and private keys and works in conjunction with the compatibility software in the computer. So that's the difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet. So say if your hot wallet becomes too large and you're making too much gains or returns on your investment, that would be the time for you to transfer your assets over into your cold wallet, which is your ledger, so that no hackers can come and be like, oh, here's the bag, we got them.
And as y'all see, I ain't used mine yet, so you know I ain't got them type of
I ain't used mine yet either. It's still in the state.
So you wanna pull your screen back up?
Yes.
Okay. We just over an hour here. How you doing on time? How you doing on time with it? You good?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I want to definitely make sure that we cover a little bit about NFTs and the metaverse as well.
Absolutely. Y'all know that's.
But this is a great conversation so far, y'all. I hope y'all getting some value out of this.
I know they are.
I know I am, and obviously I'll be looking at the playback on this as well, just so I can get my refresher, and then for sure.
All right, so let's touch on these NFTs. Now, I stated earlier that this is a place for any type of creator. If you write books, if you have a vending machine, if you like to draw, if you like to write, if you like to speak, if you have a clothing line, if you sell shoes, if you do tattoos, if you paint nails, if you do hair. Now,
what about if you're a dancer? Or
if you a dancer too, honey, this space is for you. You heard me. So I don't know if y'all knew that. What is her name? Oh my goodness, the rapper girl who always Azealia Banks. Ain't that her name?
Okay, I know that. Yeah.
So she came out with an NFT, but it was of her. Close your ears for the children. It was of her having intercourse with her partner. And she sold it for, I think, almost $1 million or something close to that. I don't know how much she sold it for, but it sold.
Was it a white boy?
Huh?
Was it a white boy?
Yeah.
I don't know who it was because I didn't buy the NFT.
I didn't buy the
NFT, so I don't know who she did it with, but I think it was it was of her moaning or having like phone sex or something like that. So dancers, strippers,
All
escorts,
right, all my OnlyFans girls out there, you know what I'm saying?
you
Gotta
know,
get
You can
at
they
level
least
can
up. You
get
can
at
20.
least two.
scale that thing. Go on and scale that thing.
Oh my goodness. No, but seriously, like anybody can get into this space and monetize their self by just being their self. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the new web 3.0 at this point. So definitely anybody can get into this space. So an NFT, if you don't know what an NFT is, it's a non-fungible token. All right. It's not an actual token that you can put in your pocket and say, oh, I got the non-fungible token. No, it's actually a digitized way of storing data. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all their definition and I'm gonna break it down in mine. So a non-fungible token is a unit of data stored on a digital ledger called a blockchain. We know what the blockchain is. So that certifies a digital asset to be unique and therefore not interchangeable. Keywords, not interchangeable. NFTs can be used to represent items such as photos, videos, audio, books, whatever you have
A,
digitized,
a
you
meme.
name it, it can be in an NFT, right? So it's the digital file. Now, this is a great space for artists to be creative and also sell their original pieces. So there's a lot of dope artists who paint and they've been doing it for so long. They would make a killing selling their NFTs in this space. Um, I want to go over what a CID file is, only because a lot of people don't know what it is or how it works and how it correlates with the NFT. Because we still have to remember everything is code, and interchangeable digital intellectual property that you're dealing with here. So you don't never want to have somebody come and steal what's yours. So this is where SID and IPFS files come in, right? So a content identifier or a SID is a label used to point the material in an IPFS file. It doesn't indicate where the content is stored, but it forms a kind of address based on the content itself. SIDs are short, regardless of the size of their underlying content. SIDs are based on the content's cryptographic hash. Okay. So the IPFS is like your intellectual property, and which is going to be stored in. So the interplanetary file system is a protocol and a peer-to-peer network for storing and sharing your data in a distributed file system. IPFS uses the content addressing to uniquely identify each file in a global namespace connecting all computing devices. Now I'm gonna exit out of here and I'm gonna actually show you guys how to create that IPFS file.
Please do.
If you are an artist, I know you're an artist, so this is really good for you to know. So nobody can steal your work. Nobody can claim that they're the owner. Nobody can say, oh, that is mine, because guess what? As soon as you mint your artwork or whatever it is that you're creating, it's going to show on the blockchain who is the original owner, no matter who purchased it from you. You will always be the original owner, so nobody can ever take that away from you. Now, if you give up the rights to your assets, that's on you, because there is a way to do that through coding, which is through a smart contract. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's go on to what a smart contract is and how it's going to blow up the music industry. Not only the music industry, but um, any type of industry you can name that has a middleman acting, that it's going to be like obsolete in the future, because we're not going to need a label to get, we're not going to need nobody to sign us. We ain't going to need a label to, oh, I need a $300 million contract and I got to sweat tears all my life for you just to get a piece of it. We're not going to have to do that. Well, at least the people who's thinking wisely and not still, old in the old ways. So what is a smart contract? A smart contract is a self-executing contract with the terms of agreement between a buyer and the seller. That, but keywords, between the buyer and the seller. That's
No
it.
middleman.
No middleman. Okay. Being directly written to the lines of code. So the code and the agreements contained therein exist across a distributed, decentralized keyword, blockchain
Mhm.
network. The code controls the execution and transactions are trackable and irreversible. So once you make a smart contract, if you're a coder and you know how to code and you know how to make a smart contract within your NFTs, or if you have some type of self, if you're trying to create your own label and you need somebody to make your code, it's going to be irreversible. So nobody can go and say, oh, I want to change this, or oh, I want to change that. You can't do it. So once it's there on that blockchain, it's there on that blockchain. Okay.
Okay.
Smart contracts permit trusted transaction and agreements to be carried out among disparate anonymous parties without the need for a central authority. So just like I mentioned earlier, central means public. Public means there's going to be a middleman, somebody telling you what to do, how to do it, and why you need to do it. So
And
there's
how
no need for no central authority when it comes to a smart contract. You are your own authority. Okay. So there's no legal systems involved. You don't need a lawyer unless you just want one, or external enforcement mechanicism. Okay. Now, while the blockchain technology has to become thought of primarily as the foundation for Bitcoin, it has evolved far beyond underpinning virtual currency. So this is really good news. I know you were talking about this on one of your posts on Instagram, Sincere, about Meek Mill. Was it Meek Mill?
yeah.
Asking for a damn asking his label to, okay, so he has a mixtape coming out and he wants $1 million in Bitcoin from his label
As an advance.
as an advance.
And
Now,
an advance ain't nothing but a loan.
thank you, right? So he want to be in debt in Bitcoin
You know what I'm
just to
saying?
say he made an NFT mixtape. He ain't thinking smart. Whoever is around him, they don't know this information. Maybe he need to go take a class with Bully because he done lost his damn mind.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man.
Whoever's around him is not trying to teach him.
Oh no, because they want to keep their hands in his pocket.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tory Lanez, because Tory Lanez came out with some NFTs for his last project, and he sold a bunch of NFTs on the blockchain and all of that. But the thing about it is he's not setting this up himself. There's a company that come in and say, hey, there's this new thing going on called NFTs. We could release your new project through this, and we don't need the label. And so he don't got the label in his pocket no more, but now he got this company who understands blockchain technology, who understands this whole world, who are going to be eating off of him now. So he got a new slave master. When you could just educate yourself, or you got people around you. You the one with the bag. You know what I'm saying? You can get one of your little homies to say, yo, go take Crypto Bully's class. Go get with 19 Keys. Go get with this one. Put them dudes in position so that you can have a team around you that understands this stuff instead of going to hire some white company and allowing them to take advantage of you all over again. What the hell is that about?
And I'm seeing a lot of different all of these mainstream artists. I know everybody wants to promote the NFTs, the hippos, the Bored Yacht Apes, but we still have to remember we're not following these people. They're following us because we are the ones actually doing the work right now. They're not doing anything but seeing, oh, this board ape costs 200 bands. Oh, let me go get me a Bored Ape and change it to my icon, because they're just following a trend. They're not a trend setter. They don't understand how they can utilize the blockchain space in their own way to become fully independent, right? So when you see Lil Baby buying a Bored Ape, or when you see what was his name? I don't know who else. So all these other people buying NFTs before they buy their damn actual identity. It's like you just know that everybody who's transacting right now in this space, we're going to be so far ahead. We will be the new leaders in this space, and they will be coming to take a class with somebody over here because they're not going to know what's going on, how to do it, who's a coder, who's a developer, who's the graphic 3D artist. They got to pay everybody to do everything for them.
Yep, that's a fact.
It sounds like they still have these same, executives in their ear, and they have so much trust and these executives that they've been dealing with versus, like you said, the 19 keys, and these other
Mhm.
brothers that have these large platforms that have been teaching this, have become, basically masters in this. Why not
Right.
align yourself with some people that are going to have your back versus the ones that are there to suck blood?
Exactly.
It goes back to mindset, man.
Yeah.
It's a mindset thing.
Mindset.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They still think the white man ice
White
is
ice is
colder.
cold. White ice is cold. Boy.
I like that one. So I can give a brief overview on some of the marketplaces that you guys can utilize putting your NFTs
Yes.
on, if you guys would like that. Um, and
Yes.
also I
Will these
can.
be the private ones that you're gonna list? Are these private or public?
What you say?
I said, will these be private or public?
Oh, for the marketplace.
Because I
Um,
don't know the lingo too much.
So I wouldn't consider these like a decentralized or a centralized, because we're just okay. So let me give you an example. So I went to buy the ones we're doing. I can say that it's decentralized because I'm using my private wallet to purchase or mint it. But some of these also give you the option to pay with your debit or credit card. So it's not if is it public or private, it's about how you're going to move in a
Gonna
space.
do it.
Are you
Gotcha.
going to use your
Gotcha.
debit or credit card to purchase that NFT or to mint that NFT, or are you going to use your private wallet to move privately to purchase your NFT? And if you're reselling it, are you going to use the same wallet to resell it? So it's up to the user if you're going to move publicly or privately.
Good question, good answer.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. So one that I use, this is my profile. I use Rarible. Um, Rarible it's a high right now because of the gas fees. So I haven't minted anything in a while here. I usually when I do start minting again, I believe that I will use the Tron network because it's different type of marketplaces that you can mint your NFT. So you got now. It used to just be the Ethereum marketplace. Now it's the Solana that you can do NFTs on. Close that door. You can do Solana NFTs. You can do Tron NFTs. And I believe ADA is supposed to be coming out with their own type of marketplace for you to mint NFTs as well. Don't quote me on that one, but I believe that's what I heard. Um, so it's just up to you of which one do you want to utilize, because they have platforms like Rarible where they will charge you to mint your NFTs, right? The gas fees to mint them. Then they have places like Mintable.app that you can actually mint for free. So if you're starting off and you don't want to pay extreme gas fees, you can start here on Mintable.app. Okay. Also, when you are transacting or minting, because they now have or gave you the option to utilize Polygon network or the Ethereum network, I would I would definitely be using the Polygon network to mint my NFTs. You can do this also on OpenSea.io about using a Polygon network. Now, if you don't know what Polygon network is, they work with Matic. Matic is like pennies dealing with gas fees compared to Ethereum, like literally pennies. You're not paying it really anything to mint or for your fan base or your audience to purchase these items. So if you want to keep it affordable, if you want to keep it not too much going on, and oh, I can't buy your NFT, like this one here, I'm gonna show you a perfect example. So I minted Cosmic Ascension a while ago, right? Nobody wanted to purchase, quote unquote, because the gas fees were too high. This is only like a $12 NFT. The gas fees to get it is like $200. So it's like,
Whoa.
I don't want to pay $200. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. It was bad. And this was when Ethereum had hit its all-time high. And I was like, oh shoot, right? So you also want to pay attention to where the market is on whichever marketplace that you're going to be transacting on. Okay. So
Well,
keep.
let me just say this real quick. Let me
Mhm,
park that right there. So
mhm,
her NFT was only $12 to purchase, but the gas fees for it was $200, right? So most people wouldn't want to do that. But let's
mhm,
say you knew something about the artist Gemini that a lot of people wasn't up on yet. Artist Gemini was about to blow up. You had some inside information that she's about to be the next whatever, whatever, whatever. And so now you understand that once that happens, that NFT is going to be way more valuable. You might pay those gas fees to get it. So that goes back to studying the white paper, knowing your tokenomics. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So when you're looking to purchase an NFT, you might want to look at something like that. Okay, who's behind this and what value is it going to have later on in the future? And that will help you determine if you want to pay those gas fees or not.
Exactly. And I was going to get into that too. A lot of people do move off of how your community is, what you're putting out. Is it worth buying? So when I first started off doing my NFTs, my incentive was that you would be able to receive the free download of the song that I'm only releasing on through NFTs. So nobody else would be ever able to download anything unless you have purchased it via NFT. I value myself as an artist on every single aspect of what I am doing. So even though it wasn't purchased, I know the value in myself. So I'm going to keep it up here and keep doing what I'm doing. And then, further along the line, I'm pretty sure these will sell out just like the rest of mine did, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, just
Yeah.
be mindful of what time you're purchasing any type of NFT, because late at night, maybe 1, 2 in the morning, 1 to like 6 in the morning, gas fees are a lot lower than it usually would be if you're transacting during the day. And if you are an artist and you're uploading your art, still keep that in mind as well. Okay. So never get discouraged if your art's not selling or if nobody's tapping into it. Just know the value in yourself, and
Indeed.
just keep on going, honey.
Indeed. If
But
you
if
putting
you
it,
wanted to, huh?
no, I was just gonna say if you're putting in the work, then that asset is appreciating over time. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. So if you wanted to mint for free, all you would do is come here to mintable.com. Make sure that you have a wallet already connected. This will ask you to set up your own account so that you'll be able to purchase things on mintable.app. Okay. So you would go to start minting. If you already have an NFT, you don't need to do anything but to transfer it here. But if you wanted to create a new item, you would go to create a new item. And as you can see, it says no transaction fee, completely free. So this is great for those of you who are just starting out and who don't want to be paying high, gas fees just to mint something on the blockchain. Okay. I go extensively into how to mint, how to add your unlockable content, your intellectual property, how to create your NFTs as well. My Discord can definitely show you some work that we have done together as a collective in some of our classes. I'm a very hands-on type of person. So if you are considering joining the Discord, just know I will be testing you. I will be asking, hey, who's completed the monkey head on fire? Who did the donut? Who did the icicle man? Because I want to know who's actually partaking in the community to see who's serious about what they want to do with whatever it is that I'm bringing to the table for the people. I don't want
Right.
people to just join for free information. Oh, well, she's teaching this, so I just want to get in so I can learn and then get on up out of here. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it to build a community for those who are like-minded like myself, who want to continue to have real artists and not just mainstream artists, but real artists who actually have talent, real artists who actually know how to draw, paint, rap, sing, real business people who know who know what they want to sell but just don't have the designer to create that item for them. I'm building a team.
Mhm.
I told my Discord this as well. I'm building up the team. I already have somebody who creates, the avatars, people who create the wearables, people who do technical analysis, people who do charting, people who knows how to do play to earn games. So it's not just about me teaching, it's about everybody utilizing their skill set to be able to monetize it on their own social media once they get comfortable in their own skin, right? So that's what my community is about. And I just wanted to, show you guys something that I'm working on right now, which is my wearable. Um, when you're dealing with wearables on the blockchain, be very careful and be mindful of your sizes of your wearable, because I tried to mint this on Decentraland, but because it's too big, it won't let me basically mint it on the blockchain. So I teach all of that also in my classroom, what size it needs to be, how to convert it into an MP4 file, how to do animation. I'm pulling up something right now, which is
Can
my
you make that bigger though? Can you go back that one slide and make that a little bigger?
this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Yep, I can make it a little bigger. Hold on. Uh-oh.
Um.
Can you see it?
Yeah. And so now this is something that you have for sale on the blockchain.
This is something that will be available on the blockchain right here. As you can see, this is my
So
wearable, crypto ties only, the label on the blockchain. This will be available. I'm not going to say a date that it's going to be available, because I got a whole little line coming out that I really want it to be for the women, but I know the men, they need clothes too. So I'm just working on a lot of different projects right now. But this is going to be available on the blockchain I want this to be like an exclusive. This is going to be the first ever first edition artist Gemini puffer jacket. You feel me?
so now when
Right.
someone buys the digital NFT, they get a physical jacket.
Yes, that's in the line of the project that I'm working on. I want this to be attached to a physical jacket. Yes.
All right.
That was the
And
secret, but you got it.
now and so now if I purchase the jacket,
Mhm.
um I can resell the NFT, right?
Yes, you can do whatever you want to do with the NFT. So once you purchase it, that NFT becomes yours. I'll still be the original creator, but whatever you want to do, resell it, keep it, um, utilize it in one of the metaverses. If it is integratable with that metaverse, whatever you want to do with it, you'll be able to do. Yep, it's yours.
But if I resell the NFT, do I have to sell my jacket too, or do I get to keep the
No, you can
jacket?
keep the no, you can keep the jacket. So
Okay.
here's the thing: when we're talking about unlockable content, right? So let me go back here. When we're
Okay.
referring to what we're asking or what we're giving away inside the NFT, that is solely up to the artist or the creator or the reseller. So if you had purchased the NFT and got the physical jacket, you can do another incentive. You could do, oh, you're going to get a
Oh, my
pair of
bad.
shoes or a live painting or a CD with my signature on it. You can give whatever it is that you want to give away, as long as it holds value to your audience.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you.
They need to be teaching this in high school
Man,
or
this
Yes.
even
is this
junior high.
this
Like,
They
this
why
is
are my
should.
kids learning this?
this is a lot of great information. I wasn't even expecting you to give us all this, so I just want to thank you. I definitely appreciate you taking out the time to do this, man. Hopefully, everybody that's watching, if you're watching this on the replay or whatever, watch this about 5 times, man, and have your notepad handy. You know what I'm saying? This is some valuable information that y'all getting right here. And get with my sister, man. She got the private Discord group. Let people know how they could get with you, you know what I'm saying, and
Mhm.
support you. You know, people that want to know more about this stuff.
So if you would like to be a part of my private Discord, as I stated, I do vet people out. I don't allow anybody and everybody into the Discord, because I've been a part of a lot of different communities and done seen some things, and I just don't want that type of energy inside of my space. Hence why I call it my private Discord, right? And I'm going back to me becoming fully sovereign, being independent, moving privately on the blockchain. I do and say a lot of things for a reason, so people can catch on to how I'm moving, right? So if you want to be a part of the Discord, please use my link tree. Either book a consultation with me through my link tree, so we can talk one-on-one about your action plan, what it is that you want to get out of my group, or you can direct message me on Instagram at The Real Artist Gemini. I'll check out your page and see, what it is that you have going on, and then from there, I'll let you know if you'll be able to join the Discord. Now, this is not a Discord for everybody, and everybody's not gonna make it to the Discord. So this is like an exclusive Discord, and you have to be interactive in this space for you to come on and join the community, because it's not just for the lookers, like, oh, what she got going on, you know what I'm saying? We know those type of people.
Okay, and I got the link tree up here.
Yeah,
Let
and also
me
with
hold on. Let
our
me
teenagers allowed. Like I have a 16 year old that's very
Yes.
creative and but needs that creative juices to be pushed because I'm not like super. I'm creative only in makeup,
Okay,
but
yeah,
and,
makeup.
and but
she
that's
has
a question that I was
different.
about to ask though. I was about to
Uh-huh.
ask her. I was definitely about to ask her, how could this benefit a makeup artist?
Oh my
Right.
goodness, girl, this can benefit you. I used to be a makeup artist too. I just stopped doing it, girl. But this can
Right.
benefit you a lot. So say if you want it, so listen, I'm gonna give you a little game right now.
Hold on, let me take
So
this
the
off. Let me take this off the screen real quick.
so the way you can monetize you doing makeup is that you can have them book your makeup sessions through your NFT. So in order for, like, not everybody, because not everybody's in this space, but for those who know what an NFT is and know how to purchase it, I would definitely start placing my bookings through my little smart contract or through my unlockable content, right? So you have people that you've done so far. So take either their picture with their consent, of course, or your picture
Mhm.
or your portfolio, place that as your NFT, digitize it, or if you need somebody to digitize it, holla at me. Put that as the poster. Now, for your unlockable content, I would say you're going to get a full face glam of makeup with the lashes, with the contour, with whatever it is that you're specializing in. I would put that for the unlockable content. So that would be your strategy on getting your makeup done, but you're going to pay me through purchasing my NFT. And the incentive is getting your full glam, right?
Mm,
So we're taking it
mm.
to another level when it comes to business, right? So I don't know if you do other things just besides makeup, you can throw that in there too, or if you can, have a bundle deal. Like if you buy 2 or 3 of a bundle deal of my NFT, you get 3 different sessions for these type of dates. It's just up to you of how you want to play
Right.
it.
You got your body butters and
I
all of
would
that stuff
also
that you could throw
Yeah,
in there. You
yeah.
know what
exactly.
I'm saying? It could be like a wedding special. Somebody's getting married,
Yeah.
or
See?
got something like
Mhm.
that going on. They could unlock something like that through the
Unlock that
NFT.
content for a group setting, for a one-on-one session, for a training. If somebody wants to learn how to do makeup, put
Right.
that in there as a course. I will teach
Mm,
you the basics of how to do makeup, from contouring to shadowing to whatever it is that you specialize in. I'm telling
mm,
you, get that money.
mm. So no matter what it is that you
Yes.
do,
And
no matter
then
what it is that you specialize in,
Yes.
there's space for you in this realm. And so I got your link tree up. I want to let people know how they could support you and get with you. So you got the private Discord group. How could people access that? Just come to the link tree.
Yes, so go to the link tree. But again, if you have a specific action plan that you want to talk about, please book a consultation before you just try to join my private Discord, because
Okay.
everybody is not going to get that link. Okay, that link is locked for a reason. Because I actually closed my enrollment for my Discord until maybe February of 2022. But I said if I'm doing any type of podcast, or if I'm doing a live class, or I'm doing a speaking event, I will open back up my enrollment. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. I do answer direct messages on Instagram. I ain't bad and bougie. So if you're like, hey, how do I join your Discord? What's the donation? It's not free. I'm just gonna let you guys know it's not free to get into the Discord. I did a special maybe like 3 months ago. I let damn near 100 people in for free. Okay, y'all missed that ride.
I missed it.
Yeah, a lot of people missed that ride, but I am accepting donations to enter the Discord. So yeah, just direct message me or book a consultation to get in the Discord.
Cool. And my sister got a lot going on. Okay, so you could learn how to build your 3D avatar, get the
Mhm.
basics on animation. You could rent a car. Now, do this got anything to do with the blockchain, or is this a separate business?
Yeah, that's a separate business.
Okay. Are you doing that through Toro or one of those apps?
Yeah, I'm doing it through Toro.
Okay, dope. That's a whole
Yeah,
nother that's a whole nother podcast right there. So we
absolutely.
might have to have you back. Earn silver every month.
Yes.
Earn silver every month.
Tangible assets will always be the shit. Okay. So if you want to accrue or accumulate your silver or and your gold, just hit that link and go ahead and start purchasing it.
Okay, you got the private 30-minute consultations, 15-minute consultation. Your NFTs, you can access some of the NFTs if you guys want to purchase the Cosmic Ascension,
Mm-hmm.
the class. All of the links are here, y'all. So make sure y'all following her. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen at the Real Artist Gemini on Instagram, and just click the link in the bio, and all of the links are there for you to support. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got some value out of this here broadcast tonight, because man, I'm gonna be
Yes.
watching this thing
I
for the
do.
rest of the week.
I do.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. I really do. Like I said, I've been asked to get on podcasts, and I think I'm getting comfortable with like being in front of people and speaking of it. That's why I have a private Discord, because I like, oh no, I just want to be in the background.
Mhm.
But I say, you know what? No. There's still a lot of people who don't know anything that I was just talking about. They don't know how to create an
Hmm.
NFT, or they might need help or assistance. And I say, you know what? This is something that I'm doing, and so I'm going to do it. So I
Absolutely.
appreciate you guys for
We
having me.
Right.
appreciate you. We definitely appreciate. I saw you
No, we appreciate
um
you.
giving a presentation with the brother Jared.
Yes.
Um,
Jared Ross, yes.
I think I was on a Zoom or something with y'all. You guys did a presentation, and
Yes.
I already knew you was built for this. I thought you was already been doing this. I didn't even know if you was going to accept the offer. I'm like, she might be too busy or something. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
Right.
yeah,
I
that I
told you
was.
I'm not bad and bougie. I'm very like a regular woman. Okay.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I was gassed when you said yes. I'm like, oh, this gonna be fire. You know what I'm
Yay.
saying?
He hit me up. He was like, "Hit it up now. Hit it now."
For
I
I was
real,
like,
appreciate that. That's love. That's love
"Okay."
for real. I appreciate that.
for real,
No, we
man. You know
appreciate
what I
you coming on
mean?
here, giving us
Because
all
I,
this
I see,
valuable information. By the way,
yes.
this is priceless. So thank you so much.
I appreciate the both of you. I see you guys doing the YouTube thing. I see you like y'all are so consistent, and y'all guys have some deep conversations when you are on the YouTube and y'all are having y'all podcast. So I also appreciate you guys
Thank
as well.
you.
You
Mhm.
giving
Thank
up a
you,
lot of game and giving a lot of insight on a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
Thank
thank you.
you.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
have to ask my question.
go ahead,
Yes.
shoot your shot.
What does freedom mean to you?
Um, okay. So I don't know what okay, so freedom for me is being and doing what it is that I feel like I was brought here to do. I feel like everybody who's alive right now in the midst of literally a wealth transfer, a revolution, um, shit, our time is now. I feel like
Right.
I chose to be here for a reason, not only for the struggle but for the growth, because my
Right.
freedom for me is me being with my children, me not being, I don't have to go get up and go to work and answer to nobody. It's not saying anybody with a job, but this is
Right.
my for me my freedom. My husband being released from prison, is my freedom. Him being home with his children now. We actually being a
Right.
family. Us, talking about buying our land
Ooh,
and living off the grid, and me raising my kids and farming, and just the
Mm.
little things in life is freedom for me. It's not
Right.
anything else. Like I could be happy living in a box can truck with my kids and my husband, and
Right.
growing my own food. That's freedom for
as
me.
long as that's your own option, right?
Yeah,
That's
Right.
your choice.
yeah. My
Man,
choice is my freedom.
indeed, man.
Well, I have a little not a little, but I have a condo, so I don't have like a backyard and all that. But guess what? I have me a
Mm-hmm.
little gardening box made,
I know that's
so
right.
I grow vegetables, and it's
Yes,
so fun for me to do. And when I start seeing my little harvest grow, and I get, oh, I don't have any bell peppers, I don't have any onions.
I
Put it in there. Yes, I
know.
do. I can go outside to my little garden, and it's so fun. It's so relaxing. I enjoy watering them. I talk to them.
Yes.
Like I love it, and it's something that I just got into last year.
Really, I just recently got into loving my plants and sit like I
Hmm.
was trying to show y'all guys like these trees were little bitty but like they were so small and like her ponytail is so long like look at her like like these are the little things that
Hmm.
really just make me so happy when I do go.
Right,
I got a little bitty little backyard, you know what I'm saying? We're still working towards the bigger picture, but
right.
work with what you got because I just go
That's
back
what I'm
there, dig
doing.
my little hole, put my little cilantro in there, my eggplants back there, my pomegranates back there, my little mushrooms. I love that. And I love my
Yeah.
kid. He
Right.
he
What's
here.
Oh, hey,
up? What's peace,
baby.
King? The young God right there.
Right
Love it,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Love it. I was gonna
Yes.
say, I was gonna say, both of y'all out there in Cali. So just the fact that
Yeah.
y'all ain't on Skid Row
Yeah.
is saying
Hello.
something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Skid Row ain't
Right.
no joke, honey.
For
No,
real,
it's
man.
horrible there.
For real. And I don't say that to disparage at all. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's hard. It's hard out
Yeah.
Oh
here.
no,
You
I
know,
take
that's
I used to drive the kids over there. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Just to drive them so they can see
Yeah.
what it could be, right? And how blessed they are. So, and I still do that once in a while. Let me take this road trip real quick. Where we go to girls you need to see.
indeed.
I
Thank
remember
thank
when we
me
was in
later.
the BWO and Chris Cole and IT Keys came out there. We was in Skid Row, like giving out food and giving out clothes and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
I think I
it's
saw some
just
of those pictures.
yeah, it's just amazing how far you had like how far I've come because I used to live
Hmm.
downtown, like literally in the Whitmers and where the Hispanics will cut a black a Aboriginal person
Hmm.
up for walking down the street,
Yep.
so it'd be real out here.
Yep. It is
Yeah,
very real.
I peeped that. I peeped that correction real quick too,
Oh
though.
yeah.
So you gonna have to come on the Sunday show and give us some
Yeah,
of that Aboriginal wisdom too. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to come
absolutely.
drop some of that copper. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I already know where
Yeah.
you at. I already know where you at with it. Now,
We
Yeah.
here.
are
We
you
here.
are you still selling your CMOS products and stuff like that too? I
Oh,
know I
that
seen you
yeah,
running
you already
around.
know. I'm still selling my little sea moss. I'm still selling my sea moss. I got the sea moss pills. I got the sea moss gummies. No gelatin. I got the sea moss powder. This is my daughter. I got the sea moss gel, and then I have the wild crafted sea moss. So I sell a variety of sea moss products.
Okay, so let people know how they could get with you
Awesome.
for that. People that's in the area, you know what I'm saying? I know that. Or
Oh
Right.
do you
yeah,
ship?
yeah. I ship. I do local deliveries to LA, Victorville, Hesperia, Apple Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster. I ship to wherever you're at, as long as you in the United States. For as of right now, you can go to Nourish on the Go store on Instagram and find my website. That's where my products are. And you can find me on Etsy.com under Nourish on the Go store as well. So I have two
Nourishing the
websites.
go.
Yep, Nourish on the Go store.
Beautiful babies back there, man. Shout out to
Thank
you and your family,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it.
Yeah,
So
It's
you
I
so
always
are
funny,
tell
like
people
when I hear people talk about, making CMOS and all these things. Let me tell you, I use CMOS, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, as part of my, daily routine. I make my own. I never think about monetizing things. I've made
Right.
gummies. I haven't mastered it yet.
Mhm.
I feel like I
Mhm.
gotta master it more, but I've done it. But I
Uh-huh.
never think about like I can make money for this. I just make it and give it to my, brother and
Right.
family members. I'm like, y'all need this, and so I'm the
Yep.
go-to basically when it comes to that. But it's okay.
It's all right. I
I
started
gotta
off
tell
during
the
the
truth.
pandemic. I literally started
Oh
selling
wow.
CMOS during the pandemic because I knew, no, we need something else besides going
Hmm.
to the doctor at that time. I said,
Right.
no, we gotta have we got to start flooding the streets with our own herbs and our own,
Yes.
oils and our own hair products and our own
Yes.
skincare products and our own herbal medicine products, because
Back over.
they are doing things to these products and these foods, and
Mm-hmm.
even fruits and vegetables. You think you're
Yes.
getting fruits and vegetables, but unless it's
Hybrid.
organic,
Mm-hmm.
so we got to be real careful out here.
In
Indeed, sis. Indeed,
these
sis.
grocery store streets.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, man. Again, man, I appreciate all the engagement in the chat tonight. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
guys make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Click the notification bell so you could be notified when we go live with new content. We are bringing this one to a close. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, same time, same channel. We got our brother Daniel 4X coming on, and he's a first responder, going to be teaching about survival preparedness and how to use the amateur radios and stuff like that, and just different survival tactics for natural disasters, or what I'm saying,
Right.
in the event that there's like some type of national emergency, or they bring in martial law or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So survival preparedness
Right.
is definitely essential. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying,
it
in this
is.
day and time where things are so uncertain. So brother Daniel 4X will be on tomorrow, dropping some of those heavy gems on us as well. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And so, Miss Gemini, I don't know if you've seen any of the previous broadcasts, but right now it's time for me to put you on the spot. Let me spotlight you real quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just gotta put you on the spot real quick. And right now, you have the microphone, and the whole Aboriginal community can hear what you have to say. What message do you want to leave us all with?
So my message to the people is: know who you are, move in who you are. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Not a corporation, not a judge, not an agent Smith, not your Uncle Larry. If you know your purpose in life, move towards that purpose, because people who don't move towards that purpose usually end up on the bad end of a stick when it comes to
Right.
emotions and mental health. Take care of your mental health. So make sure that you're digesting not only healthy foods, but healthy conversations when you're talking to people. If it's negative energy, get away from that person. If it's not loving, or if it's not resonating with who you are in your spirit and your ancestors, leave it alone. And just like I said, know who you are and move in that space and love you before anybody's gonna love you.
Man, great.
Thank you, bro.
Fantastic. I'll definitely be taking that one with me.
Right.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you
Great show
guys.
tonight, man. I think this might be my favorite one. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
It's up
yeah.
there. I'm feeling good right now. My spirits is high. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
You came
I,
through
I
and
really
blessed the
appreciate
spot.
this.
Man, so we can't hold you any longer, man. You got to go back to being a mom, being a wife, taking
Right.
care of your business over there. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to bring this to an end. Again, we appreciate everybody. Make sure y'all tune in with us again tomorrow. And like I always say, remember, we are not the master teachers. We are only the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. Tap in.
Tap in. All right. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure you tune in with Daniel tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a great episode of the Sincere Love the Godcast as we take you all Black to the future. And thank you again, Artist Gemini, for joining us tonight. This was awesome. Thank you, sis.
Thank you. Much love.
Peace.